I've never, since I left office and the president begged me publicly to come and serve in his government, I had my plans, and I told President Tinubu from day one when he asked me to support him, I said I would, but I don't want anything, okay? Because politics in Nigeria is always about what do I get for giving you support. I'm not in politics for that reason. I'm not in politics to get anything. I have a surname, I'm a self-made man, I have made my money before coming into public office. I don't need anything. After 8 years in Kaduna, I was nearly burnt out. I was struggling for 8 years and I wanted to take a break, and I had my private plans. The president publicly appealed to me to put my plans on hold, and through 2 months of negotiation, we finally agreed that he would nominate me as minister, and there were certain conditions I attached to that. I think along the line, either the president changed his mind or something else, because please don't believe the story that the National Assembly rejected me. The National Assembly had nothing to do with this. The president didn't want me in his cabinet. He changed his mind. Whatever it is, frankly, I don't care, and I told him, and I moved on. And since I moved on, I've not said a word, I've not granted any interview, I've not commented on the government, but it is within my rights as a founding member of the APC, as one of the 34 people that signed the INEC form that got the party registered. It is within my rights to ask, why is my party not functioning? You know, I've been in public service for a long time. I was advisor to Abdulsalam Abubakar, I've been DG of BPE, I've been Minister of FCT and Governor of Kaduna State. I swear to you, I swear to God, I have never in my life taken a penny that I'm not entitled to. In fact, in Kaduna State, in my first term of office, because we took a vow along with my late deputy governor that we'll be donating 50% of our salaries and allowances back to the state coffers, I did that. I gave my own entitlements to the government, and I have treasury receipts for that.
Right.
I have never taken a penny of it, but somebody wants to destroy my reputation. Why? Nobody wants to be president in 2031.
Well,
he has to eliminate every northerner that he thinks is in the radar. That's what's going on.
Thank you for having you on this channel once again, Pastor Matthew. Right now, we saw over the weekend where El-Rufai gang up or merge with Atiku Abubakar in order to collect power from Ahmed Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027. One many Nigeria are reacting to it that El-Rufai is one of the people who has brought this shameless and this government who has brought Nigeria up to this very level, that El-Rufai should not be taken serious. What do we have to say about this? Do you think El-Rufai merged with Atiku Abubakar will surely overtake a Tinubu government in this level?
I must say that the Fulani is at it again. They are already gathering. We can clearly see the hand of Fulani everywhere, trying to strategize on how to take over the government. But I want to tell you that the Fulani man, the only language they know, the only language they speak is power. Anytime they are out of power, they can strategize on how to get back to power. Don't forget that even the same El-Rufai was accused recently by, it was Reno Mokri that accused El-Rufai recently. That El-Rufai said that the only thing that will make a return to PDP is if devil will come back to Islam. And Reno Mokri reminded him, does it mean devil will come back to Islam?
Do we need to take
I'm not taking Reno Mokri seriously, but the point I'm trying to make is, it's going to show you that the Fulanis are gathered. Don't forget that even yesterday or so, we saw El-Rufai in the company of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar going to pay condolence to the family of Ike Clark, who, of course, joined his ancestors recently. And afterward, he heard a Juma prayer in his company. So the question is, why is it that the Fulani are this power hungry? I want to tell you that even El-Rufai had told Tinubu, he said, you are playing with fire. He said the same way Jonathan played with fire and the fire consumed him.
Who is this El-Rufai?
Now, I'm coming. I will tell you who is El-Rufai, and I will tell you what APC have talked about El-Rufai. Because the APC is currently saying that El-Rufai was overrated in the past. But before I go to that angle, El-Rufai told the current president that the same thing that happened to Jonathan is likely going to happen to him, meaning he is going to be a one-time president, just as Jonathan. You understand that it was the North that ousted Jonathan out of office.
No, I want to ask you. I want to add this one to it. This coup is not being planned only by this democracy coup is not being planned only by the El-Rufai now, because we saw that people like Amechi too also are on the coup.
El-Rufai is not only one in that league. We are talking about who and who is spearheading it. Of course, we are seeing the likes of Kwankwaso, though that one is fighting independently the way it is, but he's equally a Fulani man. We are seeing the likes of Galolo, who is from that same extraction. So the point is, he has made it clear that the reason the Jonathan failed is because the Jonathan spiked the North. That people from Jonathan's ethnic extraction were denigrating the North, that is why Jonathan failed. And currently, he's saying that the people of southwestern part of the country are disregarding the North as such that a Tinubu will go the Jonathan way. But unfortunately, the middle Beltans are saying no, can't talk out. We are not working with the North against Tinubu.
Now they cannot be deceived again.
So yes, of course. So we are waiting to see how it panned out, because we understand that in the South middle belt, as they want us to be called, as they want to be called now, they have 6 states. If you add the SCT, we are talking about 7 states. And in that election, this is a region that gave almost the 3 political parties almost 6 or 7 million votes. So if truly they will maintain their stand and they are not going with the North, it means the North is biting more than they can chew currently. Because the politics of Tinubu currently is trying to even give the middle belt the potential, the ability to stand against the North. Because currently, the middle belt, which we know as North Central, have received numerous appointments from the government, numerous projects from the government. The major one among them has to do with North Central Development Commission. Even in the North Central themselves are saying, call us Middle Belt Development Commission, but the point is, there's a commission that is saddled with the responsibility of developing the area that have been approved. So the argument now is, the government of the day is giving North Central project attention as a way of winning them from the North, to fragment the North. So the way it is, the North is already fragmented. So it will be very difficult for them to stand against Tinubu and succeed.
Okay, many people are saying now that everything you have said so far, now many people are reacting in different angles, that the only thing that can save Bola Ahmed Tinubu is 27 is to deprive Peter Obi not to contest. Because even the middle belt we are talking about, that's why President Bola Ahmed Tinubu have done his best to make sure to make friends with the middle belt. That if Peter Obi still come out in 2027, Peter Obi might likely pull more vote from the North Central. That's why, you know, Obi has presented himself as a Christian candidate, and such many Christians in the middle belt might likely swing to the direction of Peter Obi. Southeast is already set for him. That if he continue like that, then they cannot go for Atiku Abubakar. Do you think that this journey will be possible for Bola Ahmed Tinubu if Peter Obi come out?
To be quite honest with you, I supported Obi in the last election. I worked for Obi in the last election. Of all the candidates that contested the election in 2023, Obi was my preferred candidate, and my position have not changed up to date. However, the reason Tinubu won the election was because even if it was marred with irregularity, it was rigged. But the reason he won the election, going by the result declared by INEC, is because Obi was on the ballot, Atiku was on the ballot, and Tinubu and Kwankwaso were on the ballot. The point here is, if the opposition go into the election in 2027 as fragmented opposition, it's going to give Tinubu an advantage. Because it is believed in some quarters, not just being believed, it is a fact, an established fact, that Obi came out from the PDP. Kwankwaso came out from the PDP. Atiku is on the PDP. So by the time Obi pulled out of PDP in the build-up to the 2023 election and went to Labour Party, he fragmented PDP. And Kwankwaso going to, though Kwankwaso at the point was in APC, but Kwankwaso going to New Nigerian People Party fragmented opposition further. So the point is, if in 2027 the opposition political parties go into the election as fragmented opposition political parties, I want to tell you that they are giving Tinubu another ticket back to Asura.
Now we see that the politics we know President Bola Ahmed Tinubu of politics of one party system, which he has done severally in Lagos, and he has succeeded even up to date that it's only APC that is existing in Lagos. Now he's trying to do it in federal, because if you look at the likes of Labour Party, as I speak to you, their chairman Abore, you know, they have issue with Abore. Abore said last week that direct ticket is not sure for Peter Obi. For 2027, even the governor of Abia State, that is not sure for them. That means indirectly, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and APC have hijacked Labour Party and go to PDP. On one side, Wike is dragging PDP. As I speak to you, they have not been able to meet the next meeting. They keep postponing. Is this not that Tinubu is trying all his possible means, or the APC, to make sure there is no any strong opposition party to contest with them in 2027 election?
To be quite honest with you, I understand what they are saying, and I quietly understand the politics of Tinubu, the way he played that in Lagos, talking about politics of subjugation, talking about politics of domineering. Of course, we understand that in Lagos State, Tinubu have had power in this state for as long as from 1999, when we returned to democracy in Nigeria. So that said, and we understand that currently the politics is playing is to make sure that he weaken opposition. We are seeing the hand of a Wike in PDP. Wike still continue to maintain that he's a PDP member, but all indication, everything went to the fact that he's in APC, he's working for the APC, even though he have not officially resigned from PDP into APC. This is a man, of course, a former governor of Rivers State under PDP, but currently a minister under a Tinubu who is an APC person. So you cannot tell me that in 2027 that a Tinubu will be on the ballots and PDP will have their candidate, that a Wike will work against a Tinubu against a PDP candidate. It's not possible. So you got to show that actually the president is using a Wike to weaken PDP in that regard. We have equally seen the likes of
Labour Party.
The other man that was fighting what's it called? Was the man from Oshodi Abi, what is his name?
Lamidi,
yes. Papa also, who was fighting, but I think he had been decimated in that party. But currently, Abure seems to have fallen apart with the mainstream of Labour Party. We understand that the committee set up by P2B to manage the party is at loggerhead currently with Abure. So I don't know, it's not yet clear whether Abure is working for the opposition. That is why he's at loggerhead with the committee that is trying to reposition the party. But however I look at it, I think there's already hand of Esau in Labour Party.
Let's round this conversation up. During weekend, we saw former presidents, they gather in IBB book launch where they keep praising IBB. IBB is a Maradona, IBB, and Nigerians are reacting. That many people you saw in that gathering, even President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who said that without IBB, he will not be what he is. The IBB used Nigeria taxpayers' money by sharing oil block for them, and that's why they were able to gather and they celebrate him. Some people are even saying that Dele Farotimi wrote a book. The book lead him to prison. IBP also wrote a book where he said that he intentionally annulled the election of June 12th. People are saying that IBP is supposed to be in prison by now, not being celebrated the way we saw the former president be celebrated to him. What do you have to say about that?
I must say that IBB was overrated. I must say that IBB is not a Maradona as he wants to make us believe. I must say that IBB was not competent. I must say that IBB was not in charge. Because if you were to be in charge, there's no point coming out to tell us that he could not extract commitment from his subordinates at the then Ministry of State to ensure that if you hand over to Abiola, that Abiola will not be assassinated. There was no point telling us that the lives of Abacha, of course, convinced him, lured him into annulling the election. This is a man who we felt was in charge and was not in charge. He was not prepared as a leader. He was not a true leader. He was just there as a stooge of Abacha. If all he said is what actually transpired.
Pastor Matthew, I want us to close this conversation. Now, a lot of people believe that the Igbos have been marginalized so much in this country that it is high time they give the Igbos chance to prove their worth, because one will say that after the Biafra war, where Gowon said no victor, no vanquish, Igbos are not allowed to go to the corridors of power or any sensitive position in Nigeria. We saw the last one last week here where the project of not single project were allocated to the southeast, and the Igbos justify what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for. Don't you think that 2023 President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should consider to allow Igbo man to take over from these 4 years?
I must say that after the war, Gowon mismanaged the situation, considering the fact that he's one that rolled out the 3R, talking about reconciliation, reconstruction, and reintegration. These 3R, Gowon never implemented any of them. Of course, I think that's the bane of the crisis we're having currently. That is why we see people rising to agitate for the sovereign state of Biafra, while people see agitate that they want to secede for the country. So, that said, and looking at whether Igbo man should be given the chance to rule Nigeria, there is no constitutional provision that says a particular geopolitical zone must produce the president. However, I think it's understandable that every region should consider and allow an Igbo man to have a shot at the presidency for purpose of equity, fairness, and justice, and ultimately to have national cohesion.
Thank you so much, Pastor Machi, for having you this
Thank
morning.
you.